All right, now that we understand that models are used to hold our data, and we've seen how we can use our debug mode to find what models are associated with what views, you can see the power in this, that right now I'm looking at this product.template data. I know that right where to go inside my model to find this field and find out more information about it. Let's just look at another couple of our models. Let's say, for example, go down here to products, and notice that we have product categories. So I'm going to click on product categories, and we can see that we have an all product categories and an all sellable. Well, we want to create a product category for our diet items. So let's go ahead and create diet items. That'll be one of our categories to hold these. But notice how if I mouse over these items, like this one for example, that it tells me an important thing. It shows me the object is product.category. So now I know by looking at this that the model product.category is what describes product categories. And I can now look over here by going to our tree view and typing in product.category and see this model, this base object model, product category, and I can see everything in it that we need to make up a product category. So one of the things you'll notice right away, and this is important as your journey as an Odoo developer, is just because you see on this product category screen the name, there's a parent category, so I can make this part of all. So diet facts or diet items is nested under the all category. You have a category type of whether it's just view or normal, an income and an expense account. So you have these pieces of information. You got name, category, category type, income account, and expense account. But notice how when we look at it at the model level here, there's a lot of other information being collected. There's a display name. We have a created on for the create date, a created by. We have a write date and a write who wrote it. So models store information you don't always see on the screen, as well as things that it keeps in the background. In this case, you'll see this parent left and parent right. Not anything for you to worry about at this point, but as an Odoo developer moving forward, it's important to remember that when you have structures that have parent records, like in the case of product categories, where we have the diet items are now under all, and that we could then break out more in a hierarchy underneath it, that there's structure underneath that's holding that data. All of it, regardless, is always stored inside the model. So let's look at one more, unit of measure. Unit of measure is something we can use as part of our diet nutrition information. Notice how the serving sizes is 2 ounces, our 56 grams, our quarter package. You can see how there's different serving sizes here, but our unit of measure, in this case, we have measure categories, weight, our time by distance, volume. So these are different categories, but those will be useful to us when we start working with different weights for serving sizes, for example. There's no use reinventing the wheel. But what I want to show you is if we look at this and we mouse over it, that this is of the object product.uom.categ. If I go here to contracts and look at contact titles and say click on one of these, I can see that this model is res.partner.title. So the purpose of this is to give you a good understanding of how to find the models that you need to update and how they relate the data to this models list. So if I click on models here to kind of wrap this section up on models, you'll see there's 237 models in here. If I type in product you'll see that I get a lot of models here. Each one of these are associated with different pieces of information that might be connected to a product. In this case, we can see our product category that we looked at, the categories. And there's the data for it. So we have price lists. We have our product template. And so the product template is what we're looking at right here under sales and products, where we want to collect the calories for this particular product and for other products that we're going to be putting in. We need a place to collect these calories, and we know we need to modify our product.template model to collect that information. So that's what we'll be looking at in the next video, is actually how to modify this model so that we can collect the calories for our products.